17th century English poet John Milton once said, "The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell, a hell of heaven." This reminds me of the time that as a young military cadet, I was virtually sentenced to work all day as the much dreaded pot washer in the mess hall. Instead of succumbing to the presumed misery that was supposed to go with that job, instead, I decided to make a competitive game of it. Meanwhile, the other cadets who were detailed as kitchen police for the day were constantly bombarded with mental abuse from our unit's cooks. Strangely, I concluded that rather than being dumped on, I was the one upon whom fortune was smiling. At the conclusion of almost 16 hours of drudgery, having espied my day-long enjoyment, the head cook threatened to have me evaluated by the psychologist at the local military hospital. That is, until I explained to him my rationale. As everyone knew that I had what was believed to be the most difficult job, the cooks seemed to have pity on me. Thus, I was the only KP that escaped the endless onslaught of harassment. Essentially, I was the lucky one. Again, this brings up the topic of choice. Where you are today is primarily a factor of the choices that you have made to this point. This is no different for your clients, your patients, and customers. And then when you combine the quality of your choices with the efficiency of having effective transformational tools, the sky is mostly your only limit. The use of suggestion and imagination to create behavioral and even physical changes has long been emphasized by trained and qualified clinical hypnotherapists, as well as others who use hypnosis as an adjunct to their field. They have used traditional, direct, and permissive techniques as ways to create desired changes. Many of these methods are either a half a century or many centuries old. At the International Hypnosis Research Institute, we emphasize the mastery of these older techniques as a prerequisite. Then we add to them newer techniques which have been implied by modern science. The result is an enhanced human communication program called Advanced Neuronoetic Hypnosis. Despite the rich history, traditional hypnosis, and related fields like Freudian psychoanalysis, theories and practices are basically over a half-century old. Even popular ideas such as cognitive behavioral therapy are at best several decades old. A&H is based upon the latest thinking and research found in psychology, medicine, neurology, and physics. The underlying basis of A&H thus includes recent research, findings, and theory involved in neurology, theoretical physics, mind-body integration, and even artificial intelligence. When combined, the conceptual framework is called the neurology of suggestion. It carefully considers the impact of suggestion and imagination from a neurological standpoint. Practitioners who wish to learn these concepts are invited to enroll in the A&H certification program, which is comprised of 12 separate distance learning courses and includes over 75 skills. Please note that these skills are not meant to replace your current approach, such as CBT. Rather, these skills are intended to make you more effective regardless of your preferred methods. I encourage you to enroll in our program today by visiting www.advanced-neuro-noetic-hypnosis.org, or you may enroll in individual courses by visiting courses.hypnosisresearchinstitute.org. Of course, you are invited to support the Institute as a member. As well as other benefits, our small membership fee includes one free course which may be applied to your A&H certification. Also, members receive substantial discounts on individual courses and the certification program. For more information, visit www.hypnosisresearchinstitute.org.